in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Give to the running back. Pass escapes him, still on his feet. Still running at the 40. Lots of room to run. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Bruins, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to ride this running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Takes a handoff. It's Monroe. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Bama. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense. And he's not going to take the touchback.
slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Their pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. That's the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The give to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a success. Turning it on! Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down, looking for more. There he goes, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Bruins in the hurry-up. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And that's a live ball behind the line. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's Monroe. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Dingle. With the catch, it's Abraham. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on.
Looking deep. He caught it, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then, oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Abraham. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but
breaks into the open. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness. This defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it. Get it to your running back. Let him do the rest. Chew up.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Looking for a man. It's Dingle. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Leaves it with the back. Boom. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
On target over the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Really nice looking throw there, and traditionally the best UCLA offenses are always the ones that can get it done through the air. You've got to be able to come up with explosive plays in the passing game, and if this team is going to win a conference championship, they need this guy to play at his A-plus level week in and week out.
The Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes it past the marker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Right back to the well. Turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Bruins heading quickly to the line. The hand to the running back. Touchdown, Bruin! And they take it in for 6 more points.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Memphis is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by a field goal over Rice. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Connection to the right. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Back to pass, it's Dingle. Makes the grab, it's Monroe. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down and run. First down and more. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Grab behind the line. It's Monroe. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him. And that is the way you finish the first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And here he comes out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Now the play fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd and long. The give to the back. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a gap. It's Monroe. Got enough for the first. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. Touchdown, Bama! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense, and to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this 2nd half, lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Got the 1st down and more. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Dingle. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
This time it's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNow, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw again. Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him this time.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Working that left side now. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Bruins are in the hurry-up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got his man on the right. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive.
On the ready.
Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hauls it in. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's at hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. To the air, it's Dingle. Under fire. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job on this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to surge it in. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. And the deep
to the end zone and is picked off.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the 4th quarter. Just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the Bruins want to move quickly. Zings it complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and 1st down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the touchdown tie. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Yeah, and that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. He's got it on the right. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
The offense changing the play. The play action fake. He fires one deep down the right side.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them. They're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
It's caught. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Bruins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCLA! The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Slams it ahead. He gets it in there again, scored the touchdown, got the two. He's doing his part to mount the comeback. The deficit is huge, this one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Dingle. quickly out to the tight end.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Rush is on him. There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. They finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
Yeah, this might be what you call garbage time, and it might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach, but I like it. Keep executing, keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the ground. He's got it again. At midfield, he's got room. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Bruins, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They get to him as he throws. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
He uncorks one deep. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. They'll give it to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Under fire. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here.